This right here is one of the craziest stories I've ever seen. This nut job in Florida ran over two cops, purposely ran over two cops, and they are in the hospital recovering with severe leg injuries. This man should be locked up for life. All right, I'm going to play it for you. Let's check it out.
At 6, we've got a check on two deputies intentionally rammed by a car yesterday. That is Sheriff Chad Conister paying them both a visit today to Tampa General. He says Deputy Manuel Santos has a bilateral break in his leg with extensive ligament damage, and he's going to require additional surgery, but he and his wife are in good spirits. The sheriff tells us Corporal Carlos Brito is awake and surrounded by his family, but his injuries are more severe. We're told his leg may still have to be amputated, but it's too soon because surgeons are monitoring him. They're doing everything possible to save his leg. Now, as for the man accused of intentionally running over both of those deputies yesterday, his name is Ralph Boozy, charged this morning as he stood before a judge in Tampa. Fox 15's Gloria Gomez was there. Hi there, Gloria. So what exactly happened?
Yeah, he was charged with 3 counts of attempted murder. Prosecutors will fight, though, to keep him locked up. That will be decided.
What is there to fight? Why should they have to fight to keep him locked up? This man does not need to be on the streets, period. It's just sad that there would be an opposing side to this, trying to prevent prosecutors from keeping this guy in prison.
Next week. In the meantime, Mark, we are learning more about his criminal history, and it is troubling. 6 years ago, while sitting in a patrol car, Ralph Boozy blurted out that he, quote, hated cops and wanted to kill one, according to court documents. And yesterday, he came close. We warn you, this video is graphic, but it shows the danger law enforcement face every day. In the video, you see a car speed down the street and aim right for 2 deputies who were not able to get.
Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a few seconds here because I don't want to play that. I'll leave the link in the description box below so you can check it out.
As Ralph Boozy walks aggressively towards deputies.
And he gets out of the car after he purposely smashed into these cops. So there was a wellness caller for this guy, mental health check, and the cops got there. He didn't want to speak to them. He got in his car, drove off, then drove back to hit him. That's what happened.
And ignores orders to stop. A deputy uses a stun gun to subdue him. Both deputies suffered severe injuries, and both may require surgery.
Okay, I will say that that guy needed the clip unloaded on him. I'm sorry. That you just rammed 2 police officers, and your intention was to kill him. You get out of the car and you go after these other police officers. I don't know why they were afraid, why they were hesitant. They should have, my opinion, emptied the clip. They hesitated to tase him, but I don't know why. He's black. That's it. He's black, and we see what's happened since 2020 with George Floyd. Police are more apprehensive about neutralizing the threat in the way that I think they should. This guy had intentions to harm more police officers, and they were hesitant to shoot him. It's just crazy.
Thank you. And who do we have here on behalf of the state?
This morning, a Tampa judge read the charges against Boozy and decided to keep him locked up for now.
Mr. Boozy is charged with, it looks like, 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder on a law enforcement officer. Those appear to be life felonies. Okay, so in the meantime, it looks like Mr. Boozy will be held without a bond until he comes back for his hearing on the 15th.
We are also learning about Boozy's criminal past, and it is a lengthy one. We know in 2015, he attempted to ram his car into a deputy during a hit-and-run incident. Later, in 2017, another hit-and-run incident where he attacked officers. Later that same year, Boozy's family called police after he attacked 2 family members, and they feared for their lives. Records show his family told officers they tried to get him help for his mental health issues, but Boozy refused to take his medication. During that incident, he intentionally headbutted a deputy and injured him.
This man headbutted a police officer. He's been very violent in the past towards law enforcement. It is actually pretty scary this guy is still or was able to be on the streets.
Now, Mark, we can tell you that in some of those criminal cases, he entered into a pretrial intervention program to avoid jail time. In other cases, the charges were dismissed. He's back in court, though. Next Wednesday, we'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like any dismissals.
Charges were dismissed, which is why this man was able to be on the streets. I just don't understand. I really don't understand why we're seeing across America people that should not be out in the general public, out with the general public, doing things like ramming cars into police officers, headbutting them. I've talked about multiple stories here where people are just a danger, a menace to society. I did a video recently the other day about a kid in Vegas who had all these charges against him, all these crimes he's committed, injuring people, causing car accidents, doing all kinds of crazy things, and he was let back out on the streets. I just don't understand. But I like to report in these law enforcement stories, these crime stories, because it just shows you what you need to do at the ballot box. It shows you that you need to vote. My opinion, well, for me, law and order is near the top of the most important issues. It's probably the most local issue you could think of. What is more important than safety? You don't have safety. There's this. Things go to hell. So you need we need strong law enforcement. You need strong district attorneys. You need strong judges. You need strong police chiefs who are going to stand up to these criminals and make sure they're not out on the streets hurting people in the general public. It's just crazy what we're seeing. But all right, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.